What's up, Coaster Spotters? This is Alex, and we're going to take a look at a park in Limbo. Clementon Park in Clementon, New Jersey. Opened in 1907 and closed late last year prior to its final weekend. The first coaster to open was the Jackrabbit, built in 1919, which operated until 2002. Now, there were many rumors at the time as to why it closed, mostly due to its age, its upkeep, and the fact that it most likely needed some major safety upgrades for the state of New Jersey to allow it to operate. Instead of investing money into an old ride that, from my recollection, was not very exciting, they decided to build a new wood coaster with the S&S built Tsunami in 2004. This was later known as the J2 and then finally known as Hellcat. Now, before we go into my thoughts of Hellcat, let's look at the park as it stood in 2005. Lots of trees, lots of scenery, and then today, not so much. And that's an issue I take with this park. Not a lot of thought has gone into landscaping or just the overall appearance of the park. An old park still can have redeeming qualities and beautiful architecture. Look at a park like Kennywood, opened in 1898 and has buildings all the way back from that era. Most of them are absolute joy to look at. Now, as we fly over the park, you can see that the buildings that are present here have little to no architecture and are just purpose-built. As we fly over this area with the 3 kids rides and that grassy area, that is the former location of the Jackrabbit roller coaster, which was demolished in 2007 after standing for 5 years. So not much has been done to that area. Those kiddie rides were moved when water park additions were added. The park was sold to Adrenaline Family Entertainment in 2007 from the Baker family, which had operated the park throughout many generations, and Hellcat was their final project, pretty much a retirement plan. First thing that Adrenaline added was that drop tower and that ring of fire, which had replaced the inverter. And then they added these drop pod slides, a wave pool, and the kids' water play area. All those additions from Adrenaline occurred from 2007 up until 2011, when the park was sold again. Now, Adrenaline had been headed up by a couple of Six Flags CEOs, and it was sold to another company that was headed up by former Six Flags CEOs. Now, this company went by the name of Premier Parks, but had no connection to the current Six Flags as we know it. I do want to point out really quickly the unique location of their log flume. Absolutely love how it was built over the lake, and I can just imagine how expensive it would be to remove. Now, the park did actually add 3 rides last year, first time in basically a decade, with the addition of a scrambler, a tilt-a-whirl, rides that they previously had in their past, and also a kiddie coaster that formerly operated at Bowcraft Amusement Park, which had closed in the prior year in northern New Jersey. So let's talk all about Hellcat, the reason to go to Clementon Park as an enthusiast. It was designed by Alan Schilke, which famously now works for Ride Centerline, which has designed every single creation for RMC, Rocky Mountain Construction. Unfortunately, after the first season, you will not get that crazy Alan Schilke ejector airtime due to those 4 trim brakes you see here on the first hill. Now, fortunately, I was able to ride the ride in the 2005 season nearly 100 times, and I can vouch that it had ejector airtime on basically every hill, especially that second hill that did its best to try to throw you out into the lake below. So intense that the park and state of New Jersey actually required riders to be 16 or 18 years of age to ride. That was one of the many requirements that passed the ride for certification, and is the reason why the ride didn't open until the last few weeks of the 2004 season instead of the planned summer opening. Now, unfortunately, the trim brakes did dull the airtime, but it was still present in most of the hills. The worst part of the ride was how bad the tracking got after I returned to the park in 2015 after 10 years. Basically, anytime the ride turned, it was like experiencing the Harlem Shake, but sitting in a coaster car. Now, I've heard many reasons to why this happened, mainly just due to the intensity of the ride, the fact that I heard that there was a lot of issues with rot in the wood track, and finally, unfortunately, the coaster cars. Coaster cars were provided by Philadelphia Toboggan Coasters, which for a classic coaster are a perfect product, such as Phoenix. But on a coaster that does something more than just straight drops and flat turns, which Hellcat has none of, does not fare too well. Unfortunately, their design is quite antiquated, and due to a lot of design flaws with the weight distribution between the front and rear axles and just the overall weight of each car, it tends to tear up the track and kill the gauge of the track as the cars fight their way through turns trying to make it around the course. So if the ride did open, unfortunately, in my opinion, would need every single foot of track replaced, new trains, or just to have it RMC'd. Bring back the man who designed it originally anyways. It'd be a great way for him to dust off that old design. As we come to a close, we need to talk about the future of the park. The park heavily relied on corporate picnics. With the state of the world right now with COVID-19, we know that even if the park opened, they would not have many bookings, and next year would be up in the air too due to just how the world's going to fare after all of this. I do hope there is a future for the park, although I was not sad when it closed just due to my negative experiences at the park. The park is not great to look at. You don't really feel that comfortable being there. Safe, just not comfortable. And the patrons are part of it, unfortunately. This is the park that an impromptu torquing contest happened at. Not to single out one event in the history, but it gives you a sense of scope of the park. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the Coaster Spot. If there are any updates, I will be sure to post another video. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And this has been Alex. See you next time.